Have you ever cracked an egg into your pan, thinking you're doing something great for your body, only to realize you might be unknowingly turning this nutritious food into a potential health risk? Eggs are hailed as one of nature's best sources of protein, vitamins, and essential nutrients. But here's the truth. How you handle, store, and cook them can be the difference between supercharging your health and harming it without even realizing it. In this video, we're diving deep into 5 common mistakes that could be sabotaging your eggs and your well-being. Stick around, because by the end, we're not just identifying what's going wrong, we'll also be sharing easy, game-changing tips to keep your eggs safe, nutritious, and guilt-free so you can enjoy them every day without the worry. But first, if you like what you're about to hear, don't forget to like this video. Your support helps me keep bringing these useful tips. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss any of our videos. If you're enjoying this one, leave a 1 in the comments. If not, leave a 0 so I know how to make the next one even better for you. Let's jump in. Mistake number 1. Overcooking eggs. This is one of the most common errors in the kitchen, often made without even thinking. Eggs are packed with high-quality protein, healthy fats, and essential vitamins like choline, selenium, and vitamin D. But when you overcook them, you're turning this nutritious food into something less healthy and possibly even harmful. Whether you're frying them until they're extra crispy, boiling them so long the yolk turns an unappetizing gray-green, or scrambling them on high heat, you're exposing your eggs to too much heat and messing with their natural goodness. When eggs are overcooked, something called oxidation happens. This alters the egg's molecular structure, making it less beneficial for your body. The fats and cholesterol in eggs, which are normally harmless or even beneficial in moderation, can oxidize under high heat, creating harmful compounds that contribute to inflammation in the body, a major contributor to heart disease and other chronic conditions. You might not notice the effects immediately, but they're real. For example, if you've ever cracked open a hard-boiled egg and smelled that pungent sulfuric odor, you've overcooked it. That's the sulfur in the egg whites reacting with the iron in the yolk, creating iron sulfide. Harmless but clear sign that the egg's been overdone. And that grayish-green ring around the yolk? Another visual clue that you've gone too far. Now, I'm not saying an overcooked egg is dangerous in the moment. It's not like it's toxic. But it does mean the nutritional benefits of that egg have taken a hit. And if this becomes a regular habit, it can add up, especially for older adults who may already be dealing with inflammation or other health issues. Take Robert, a 76-year-old retiree who had always enjoyed his fried eggs crisped up in a sizzling hot skillet. He loved that golden brown edge and crispy texture. But as time passed, he began noticing digestive discomfort, bloating, and occasional heartburn. Concerned, he mentioned it to a friend who was into nutrition. That friend shared some research on oxidized cholesterol and the risks of overcooking eggs. Intrigued, Robert decided to switch things up. He started cooking his eggs at a lower heat, gently scrambling them with a little butter. Within a few weeks, he noticed a big difference: less bloating, fewer heartburn episodes, and a boost in energy. Small change, but the rewards were huge. But it's not just the potential health risks from oxidation. Overcooking eggs also causes you to lose out on all those precious nutrients they provide. Eggs are a rich source of vitamin B12, vital for energy and nerve function, folate, which helps with DNA repair and cell growth, and powerful antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin, which protect against age-related vision loss and cognitive decline. These nutrients are sensitive to heat and break down when eggs are overcooked. Studies show that prolonged exposure to high temperatures reduces the bioavailability of these nutrients, meaning your body absorbs less of them. If you rely on eggs as a go-to meal, whether because they're affordable or because they're a key part of your healthy diet, this nutrient loss matters. You might think you're fueling your body with a superfood, but if you're cooking them wrong, you're actually getting only a fraction of the benefits. Eggs are often hailed as one of the most nutritious foods on the planet, packed with protein, vitamins, and minerals that can truly support your health. But here's the thing. Cooking them the wrong way can easily turn this nutrient-packed food into a health hazard. The way you handle, store, and cook eggs can have a significant impact on whether they're providing you with maximum benefits or causing hidden health risks. Let's take a deep dive into some common mistakes that might be undermining your egg's nutritional value without you even knowing it. Before we jump in, please hit that like button if you're enjoying this content. It helps a lot, and don't forget to subscribe and click the bell to stay updated on all things nutrition and health. I'd love to hear from you too. Drop a 1 in the comments if you're loving the tips so far, and a 0 if you think we can improve. All right, let's get started. Mistake number 1, overcooking your eggs. It's easy to make the mistake of overcooking eggs without realizing it. Whether you're frying, boiling, or scrambling, heat can quickly turn this healthful food into something less than ideal. You might think you're just making a crispy fried egg, but overcooking can change the very composition of the egg, causing oxidation. What does that mean for you? Well, the cholesterol in eggs is normally neutral and beneficial in moderation. But when it oxidizes under high heat, it forms compounds that can contribute to inflammation, a known risk factor for heart disease. Overcooking eggs also robs them of key nutrients like vitamin B12, folate, and antioxidants. These are essential for energy production, DNA repair, and maintaining healthy vision as you age. But when exposed to excessive heat, these nutrients lose their potency, meaning you're not getting the full benefit of your eggs. Take Robert, for instance. He loved his fried eggs extra crispy, but after years of cooking them that way, he began to experience digestive issues and overall sluggishness. After learning about oxidized cholesterol and overcooking, Robert switched to a gentler cooking method, scrambling his eggs over medium-low heat. The result? Less bloating, more energy, and a noticeable improvement in his health. So, how can you avoid overcooking eggs? Simply cook them at lower temperatures. For soft-boiled eggs, aim for 6 to 7 minutes to keep the yolk soft and creamy. Poaching eggs is another great option that requires a gentle simmer rather than a rolling boil. For scrambling, dial down the heat and stir slowly to get that soft, custard-like texture. Frying. Use moderate heat and pull the eggs off the pan just before they start to overbrown. These methods keep the eggs' nutrients intact, improve their taste, and help your body reap the full benefits. Mistake number 2, eating raw or undercooked eggs. Raw or undercooked eggs may seem like a healthy option. After all, why cook away the nutrients, right? Well, while it's true that eggs are packed with nutrients, consuming them raw comes with its own set of risks. The most significant danger is salmonella, a harmful bacteria that can be present both on the eggshell and inside the egg itself. This risk is low in many countries due to improvements in food safety, but it's still very real. Pregnant women, children, seniors, and people with compromised immune systems are especially vulnerable to foodborne illnesses like salmonella. The effects of salmonella poisoning can range from stomach cramps and vomiting to more severe complications like dehydration and sepsis, especially for older adults. For example, Margaret, a 68-year-old woman, was a big fan of raw egg smoothies. She loved the boost of energy it gave her, until one day she was struck with severe stomach pain and nausea. After a visit to the doctor, Margaret found out she had salmonella poisoning from the raw eggs. It took her weeks to fully recover, and the experience left her shaken. The solution? Simply cook your eggs thoroughly, scramble, boil, or poach them until both the whites and yolks are firm. That way, you minimize the risk of foodborne illness while still enjoying the nutritional benefits of eggs. Mistake number 3. Ignoring the avidin-biotin interaction. Did you know that raw egg whites contain a protein called avidin? Avidin binds to biotin, a crucial B vitamin that supports healthy metabolism, strong hair, and healthy skin. When you eat raw eggs, avidin prevents your body from absorbing biotin properly, leading to a potential biotin deficiency over time. Many people believe that organic or free-range eggs are the safer choice, especially when it comes to avoiding contamination. But here's the truth. No egg is completely immune to bacteria, whether it comes from a factory farm or a free-range setting. Salmonella doesn't care if the hen roams freely or if the egg is organic. Yes, those eggs might come with other perks, like better animal welfare or richer omega-3s. But when it comes to bacterial risks, they're on the same playing field as conventional eggs. The only foolproof defense? Heat. Cooking eggs thoroughly until both the whites and yolks are set is the only guaranteed way to eliminate those dangers. Now, you might be wondering, what are your safest options? Opt for scrambled eggs, cooked until fluffy and firm, hard-boiled eggs with no trace of a runny center, or poached eggs where the yolk is completely firm. These methods deliver all the nutritional benefits without the risk. If you absolutely crave that runny yolk, pasteurized eggs could be a compromise. These eggs are heat-treated to kill any harmful bacteria while still keeping the yolk soft. But remember, cooking eggs all the way through is always the safest choice. It's a small price to pay for peace of mind. If you're still watching and enjoying these insights, please drop a number 2 below to show you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the perfect time. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on our videos. Your support means the world to us and helps keep the content coming. Now let's move on to another important topic: storing cooked eggs properly. After whipping up a delicious batch of scrambled, boiled, or fried eggs, it's easy to overlook how you store them. But leaving cooked eggs sitting out or tossing them into the fridge without care can turn a nutritious meal into a potential health hazard. Improper storage can quickly turn your eggs into a breeding ground for harmful bacteria, especially for vulnerable groups like the elderly. Here's why. Bacteria thrive in warm, moist environments, and cooked eggs are no exception. If eggs sit out at room temperature, or worse, within the danger zone between 40 degrees Fahrenheit and 140 degrees Fahrenheit, harmful pathogens like Salmonella, Listeria, and E. coli can multiply rapidly. In fact, studies show that bacteria can double in just 20 minutes. A simple oversight, like leaving your plate of scrambled eggs out for a few hours, could quickly turn into a risky health gamble. And for seniors whose immune systems may not be as strong, the consequences can be even more severe, ranging from extended sickness to hospitalizations. Let's paint a picture with a real-life example. George, a 72-year-old retiree, loved to meal prep to save time during his busy week. Every Sunday, he'd cook a large batch of scrambled eggs and store them in a loosely covered bowl in the fridge. Each morning, he'd scoop out a portion, reheat it, and enjoy his quick breakfast. But after a few weeks, George started experiencing recurring stomach discomfort, nausea, bloating, and occasional cramps. At first, he blamed his symptoms on aging or something else he ate. But when the discomfort persisted, he decided to investigate his habits. It turned out that improper storage was to blame. The loosely covered bowl wasn't keeping the eggs fresh, and the large batch was sitting too long in the fridge. Once George switched to smaller batches and started storing them in airtight containers, his digestive troubles disappeared, proving that a small change in storage could make a big difference in his health. To avoid these risks, it's important to handle cooked eggs carefully. As soon as they're done cooking, you need to cool them down quickly and put them in the fridge within 2 hours, or 1 hour if it's particularly warm. Once in the fridge, store them in an airtight container to keep out contaminants. Hard-boiled eggs, for example, can stay safe for up to a week in the fridge as long as their shells are intact. But scrambled eggs, omelets, or fried eggs should ideally be consumed within 3 to 4 days to ensure freshness and safety. We've covered the basics, but there's another hidden danger lurking that often gets overlooked: cross-contamination. You may think that cooked eggs are already safe, having gone through the heat process, but once they cool down, they're still at risk. If you store them next to raw meat, unwashed veggies, or anything that could harbor bacteria, those germs can transfer to your eggs. Imagine this. You place a bowl of freshly scrambled eggs on a shelf just above some raw chicken with a tiny leak. That small drip could bring salmonella right onto your cooked eggs, and you wouldn't know until it's too late. To avoid this risk, it's crucial to store your cooked eggs away from other potential contaminants. Keep them in a sealed container on a separate shelf, and keep your fridge organized. This simple habit could make all the difference in reducing health risks. But it doesn't end there. Reheating is another area where many people slip up. If you've ever reheated eggs in the microwave and ended up with a rubbery, off-smelling mess, you've probably experienced firsthand how tricky this can be. Microwaves often cook eggs unevenly, stripping them of their nutrients and turning their texture unpleasant. Worse yet, if the eggs weren't stored properly, reheating won't get rid of any bacteria that may have already settled in. In fact, it can make the situation worse, creating the perfect warm environment for bacteria to multiply even faster. Instead of using the microwave, try reheating eggs gently on the stovetop over low heat. Adding a little splash of water, broth, or even butter helps maintain moisture and keeps them from getting rubbery. This method will not only preserve the flavor, but also minimize the risk of overcooking. When it comes to egg safety, using damaged or expired eggs is another big red flag. Eggs that are cracked, past their prime, or have been stored improperly can quickly become dangerous. You might not notice a small crack on the surface, but bacteria can enter through even the tiniest break in the shell. This can cause foodborne illnesses, and for seniors, the risks are even higher. Their immune systems aren't as strong as they once were, making them more vulnerable to infections. We often rely on expiration dates when choosing eggs, but they don't always tell the full story. Eggs can spoil before the date on the carton, or they might last a little longer if stored properly. A foolproof method to check if eggs are still fresh is the water test. Fill a bowl with cold water, then gently place the egg in. If it sinks to the bottom and lays flat, it's fresh. If it stands upright, it's still good to eat, but you should use it soon. If the egg floats, it's time to toss it. Floating eggs have developed an air pocket due to aging, which makes them buoyant. Take the case of Evelyn, a 74-year-old grandmother who always prided herself on eating well. One morning, she cracked an egg for her usual sunny side-up breakfast, but noticed a faint, strange smell. She shrugged it off, thinking it was no big deal, and cooked it anyway. A few hours later, she was feeling miserable, nausea, cramps, and stomach issues. A trip to the doctor confirmed food poisoning from a bad egg. Since then, Evelyn has made the water test part of her routine, ensuring she's never caught off guard again. The risks don't end at expiration dates, though. How eggs are handled before they make it to your kitchen is just as important. Eggs are fragile, and temperature plays a major role in their safety. If eggs are stored too warm during transport or in your fridge, condensation can form on the shell. That moisture creates the ideal environment for bacteria to grow, which can seep inside the egg. This is why it's best to store eggs in the coldest part of your fridge, towards the back on a middle or lower shelf. The door might seem convenient, but it's prone to temperature fluctuations, which can speed up spoilage and increase the risk of contamination. Cracked eggs are also a huge warning sign. Even a tiny crack can let harmful bacteria inside. You might not notice the crack at first, but by the time you're ready to cook, the egg might already be compromised. If you spot a crack, no matter how small, it's better to toss it than risk it. The same goes for eggs that look discolored or smell off. These are all signs of spoilage that cooking can't always fix, since some bacterial toxins can survive heat. Think about the journey eggs take before they end up in your kitchen: laid, collected, packed, transported, stocked. Any of these steps can introduce mishandling, whether it's a bump during transport or a store leaving eggs out of the fridge for too long. So, before cracking that egg, take a moment to inspect it. Hold it up to the light or give it a gentle roll to check for cracks. Trust your senses. If something seems off, don't hesitate to toss it. Cooking eggs with the wrong oil is one of the easiest ways to sabotage an otherwise healthy meal. Eggs are full of high-quality protein, healthy fats, and essential nutrients that support your brain, muscles, and overall well-being. But all those amazing benefits can be undone if you're frying them in the wrong type of oil. This becomes even more important for seniors who need to be extra cautious about foods that might contribute to inflammation and age-related health problems. So, what's the issue? Well, not all oils are created equal, and the difference is far more than just taste. While oils like soybean, corn, and canola might seem like a good, affordable option. They are highly processed and often refined using harsh chemicals and extreme heat. This process strips the oils of beneficial nutrients, leaving behind unstable fats. When these oils are heated to the high temperatures needed to cook eggs, they begin to break down and release harmful byproducts such as trans fats, free radicals, and oxidized lipids. These compounds have been linked to chronic inflammation, heart disease, and even cognitive decline, issues that are even more concerning as we age. For seniors, the impact is even more significant. A lifetime of consuming these unhealthy fats can exacerbate conditions like arthritis, diabetes, and heart disease, things that tend to become more prevalent as we get older. Sure, younger bodies might not immediately feel the effects, but as time goes on, the cumulative damage starts to add up. Frank, a 78-year-old man, learned this the hard way. He'd spent years cooking his eggs in the same cheap vegetable oil without giving it a second thought. But after hearing a health expert discuss the dangers of processed oils, Frank decided to try something different. He swapped out his regular oil for butter one week and extra virgin olive oil the next. He was shocked by how much better he felt. Less bloating, more energy, and improved digestion. And the eggs? They tasted amazing. It wasn't about making huge changes. It was simply a matter of switching to better oils, and the results were noticeable. The problem with unhealthy oils often boils down to their smoke point, the temperature at which they start to break down and release harmful toxins. Many processed oils have low smoke points, meaning they can't handle the heat of frying without starting to degrade. When that happens, free radicals are released, which can damage your cells, speed up aging, and contribute to chronic stress in your body. So, if you're regularly frying eggs in these oils, you might be cooking up inflammation along with your breakfast. On the flip side, healthier oils are more stable under heat, making them safer choices for cooking. Butter and ghee, for instance, offer a rich, comforting flavor while delivering valuable nutrients like vitamin A and butyrate, which helps support gut health. Coconut oil, with its high smoke point and medium-chain triglycerides, not only gives your eggs a tropical twist, but also provides an energy boost. Extra virgin olive oil, a staple in Mediterranean diets, is packed with heart-healthy monounsaturated fats and antioxidants that help protect your brain and body. If you want a versatile and neutral oil, avocado oil is another great choice. It has a high smoke point, a mild flavor, and is rich in healthy fats that are perfect for cooking eggs. The real takeaway here isn't just about avoiding unhealthy oils. It's about reassessing the entire way we cook. Eggs are a nutritional gem, but their benefits are directly tied to how you prepare them. When you cook with stable, nutrient-packed fats, you're creating a meal that nourishes your body and tastes amazing. But using the wrong oil, that's like throwing away all the good stuff and replacing it with hidden dangers. It's such a simple switch that can make a huge difference, especially for seniors who want to stay active, strong, and healthy as the years go by. So that's it. We've covered 5 common mistakes that can turn your eggs from a nutritional powerhouse into a potential health risk, and the simple adjustments that will keep them safe and nutritious. Now, I want to hear from you. What's the one thing from today's video that really surprised you or made you rethink your egg cooking habits? Maybe it's cooking at a lower heat, testing egg freshness with the water trick, or swapping out that old vegetable oil for a better option. Whatever it is, drop a comment below and let me know what you're going to try. Your thoughts are so important to us. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button, share it with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us keep bringing you tips that help you live a healthier, better life. Thanks so much for watching, and we can't wait to see you in the next video.